Hey y'all, it's Women Empowerment Circle back again. I'm Jerica.
I'm Kia.
I'm Miranda.
I'm May.
And I'm Bree.
And today we'll be talking about tough skin and dealing with negativity. And Kia is going to start us off.
Tough skin and dealing with negativity. I think we all have to deal with that, but it comes a little harder when you're trying to do something. You're trying to build a brand and be entrepreneurs such as us with the Women Empowerment Circle. You're going to have people that are going to want to bring up your past and, downplay you and say, well, how does she think she can encourage somebody when in reality, the things that we've been through has molded us and shaped us and helped us so we can uplift and empower other women. And then I believe sometimes when you do have that tough skin and that tough exterior, it is kind of taken the wrong way sometimes. Because people think, oh, she thinks she all that, or she's mean, or she's rude. But in reality, it's like you're trying to not give off the wrong impression because you think you have to be perfect all the time. So you have to have that tough skin. Well, the situation I'm going through right now is teaching me and it's helping me deal with negativity differently.
Dealing with negativity and having tough skin sometimes mean also saying no. People get real comfortable and start asking for favors, and sometimes your reputation's on the line because people see you in a certain way, and if you say no, they're like, oh, well, you ain't as nice as I thought you was, or you supposed to be like this, how come you saying no all the time? So to protect myself from you trying to pull over whatever type of schemes you're pulling over, I have to say no, and I have to be firm, and it's not because I'm trying to be mean, it's because I'm protecting myself. And a lot of times people take tough skin as being mean, but it's really because they have an ulterior motive, and that's how a lot of people get downtrodden and they start isolating themselves and I ain't gonna deal with this person, I ain't gonna be on this person, and now you got somebody who's all alone in the world or feeling all alone because other people don't know how to receive their no or take their yes for a one-time yes and not every time.
Well, with me dealing with negativity, when I was younger, everything used to get to me, and now it's just everything doesn't need a response. Everything doesn't need a reaction. And I think as you grow, you start to learn that you don't have to seem like you're weak or you don't have tough skin. It's just some things you have to handle and some things you need to learn when to let go.
I do think that we weren't maybe created to have tough skin. Possibly that God wants us to be open to corrective criticism. I do think people come at us the wrong way with that, because if somebody's correctively criticizing you but it's coming in a negative way, it's kind of hard to hear that. So I mean, unless they're communicating in a way where you can okay, you mean good here, but I also believe just that the Lord will give us discernment. Okay, right. No, that's a good word, I'm gonna take that advice, or you trying to come at me, but definitely knowing the difference is what God, I believe, wants us to kind of get into the habit of just oh, okay, we do want to examine ourselves. Is this coming from a good place? Should I be trying to do some things differently in my life? Or, is this person just talking out the side of the neck?
And it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Are you saying it because you really care about me and you're trying to correct my wrongdoing, or are you saying it to try to put me on the spot?
But I hate when people critique me on stuff that I struggled for. When you didn't do jack for it or whatever, you had no hand in it or whatever.
Especially in this shock and awe era where people are doing things just to get likes and
clout
views and
clout chases.
So people purposely say hurtful things or really ridiculous things because they want attention.
And sometimes you just be all right, so how you feel about me? Is that really how you feel about yourself?
But I think that's where the discernment comes.
Right. Sometimes you have an encounter in life and you're like, why did that even happen? That didn't benefit me in any way. I just I was the bigger person in that situation for what? I don't even know this person. But at the end of the day, sometimes people need to learn from how you react to situations so that they can react better in their own lives.
Yeah. So. And it could be God putting you to a test to see how you're going to react in certain situations. To see if you elevating or if you staying the same.
Okay.
Because then it's you never know. He might have something better for you, and he put something in your way to see if you're ready for that blessing or not.
And sometimes you do that with certain people, especially when it's people that he don't want you with. and then he'll make them start acting a certain way. And then sometimes some people will be like, no, this is my homie, this is my person, but most of the time that's just y'all trying to take that person out of your life for something better.
As the people are in your lives for seasons, you have certain communication for seasons too. Like the way you used to talk to somebody, now you got to talk, because people change, they grow up, and you can't always talk like your baby. You talk to them a certain way for a little while, and as they get older, you get more stern. And that's the same with some of your relationships.
But I guess when they do say be prepared for negativity, like in the workplace, how do we like keep that door open? Because I know they have like the performance meetings, and it's like, okay, so you have to kind of open yourself up to like, how can I get better?
As far as like the workplace, like the job I have now, like when they try to critique you on certain things with my new job, they're more like, hey, you got this, just do it this way more, you know. They're more encouraging. They're more guideful with it. They're more like, okay, I'm gonna lead you here.
Dealing with negativity, it's gonna come, but people gonna talk regardless. So it's just like, let people talk, because at the end of the day, you know who you are and you know how you're trying to present yourself. You're not supposed to have connections with everybody. So like you said, that's where discernment come in. You got to be able to know, okay, that vibe is kind of off. I didn't like her spirit, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't ignore those things, because like you said too, that'll stop your growth. That'll stop you from going to that next level. And we all are trying to grow, and we're all trying to go to that next level. We're all in different phases in our lives. You can speak things into existence. So if you having those negative thoughts and talking negative about yourself, you can speak that into your life.
Exactly.
Speak positivity. Speak positive. Positive things do happen when you speak those positive things in your life, and you get those people that are supposed to be in your life.
Sometimes you gotta look at it like this: is it really worth stressing over? Because 99.99% of the time, it's really not.
As much as we don't want criticism from other people, a lot of times we can't receive it because we haven't even looked at our own self to be like, oh, that's something I do need to work on. So when somebody comes to us and says like, hey, this is a problem, this is an issue, it's like, I ain't never heard that before. Where did that come from? And we have no room to receive it because we aren't even open to looking at our own self.
Right.
That's a problem with a lot of people. Like, they can see everybody else, see what's wrong with everybody else, but they don't see their own self. Right. Because nobody is perfect.
Nobody.
And you can't always expect for somebody to always tell you what you're doing right and always be telling you, oh yeah, you're so great at this, you're so good at this. You ain't good at everything. Some things you do need to work on. I know my attitude, for one, is one of the things I need to work on. I'm working on it. It's getting better. But I know that's a flaw of mine. And with me being in the situation that I'm in, and, you know, wanting to grow and wanting to be empowering to people, it's something that I'm cautious of. So if someone comes and tells me, like, you have a bad attitude, or why do you always have an attitude? I can't say, where'd you get that from? Why are you saying that? Because I know that's the truth.
And knowing that about yourself, and then someone coming to you, the way they asked you that question, it's not like, why do you have it? It's like, is there something going on in your life? Is there something upsetting you?
Right.
That's a different approach.
Communication is key. You know, people need to work on their communication skills. Something I might be able to say to you, I can't say it like that to May May. So you got to learn how to communicate, and communicate in different forms for everybody, because you can't just exactly. Like, I hate when people say, "Oh, well, that's just me."
Right, that's just a
you just being like that and not just being you is gonna block a lot of blessings and block a lot of doors that can open for you, because you got that, oh, that's just me attitude.
And then you need to sit back and ask yourself, well, why is this me?
And that just brings me to the word, which says, guard your heart, for out of it flows the issues of life. And you, I know a lot of people don't like to agree, but sometimes you are really a product of your environment, and what you put yourself around. If you're around negativity, your fruits will be negative. If you are around positivity, your fruits will be positive. And if you can't tell what you're around, just see how people react to what you do. And if people don't want to be around you, you may want to consider that it could be something about you. The fruits you're bearing may not be positive fruits. And so just watch the things you intake from the TV shows, because I know me personally, watching some of these housewife shows have me feeling like, oh, I'll beat her up. This way, just, oh no, I'm gonna throw the drink on everybody up in here. Like, you know, like, not necessarily literally, but, you know, like, I catch an attitude quicker. And then I find if I'm watching sports, I feel like I can vibe with the dudes better. You know, just what you allow in your life, you bear. And so be careful, because your negativity is a product of what you're around.
And definitely makes a positive change in your life if you surround yourself with people who are positive, goal oriented, who wants to see you make it.
Yes. Okay.
But you know, sometimes it's hard to receive criticism from the people you hang out with.
Like only or ask certain people that I know will actually tell me the truth.
But sometimes it is hard to hear from your friends because I really think you joking because you're my friend. So it's like, oh, that's my friend. She just playing.
That's why you need to surround yourself with people that ain't just gonna be yes men and just agreeing with whatever you do. You just have to keep building that tough skin, but no, you ain't no punching bag. Learn not to take everything personally. The people that's really close to you and love you, you might want to take that to heart and, you know, be like, oh, well, I need to sit down with them and have a conversation to see why they feel that way. But outsiders and people that don't know you, don't take that stuff personally.
I mean, negativity is going to come. Criticism is going to come. You know, make sure you're looking at yourself. At the same time as you look at the positive. The word does say, give thanks in all things. So as much criticism as you get, thank God, like, oh, you know what, this person or that my God is not going to leave me as I am. He wants me to progress and be better. And so I definitely think that looking, you know, at the good in it, even when somebody is shading you, turn it to a positive perspective.
Yeah.
And as much as you can, you know, keep a positive, try to turn it into the good, you know, be grateful and just believing that it's going to be turned around for your good. Even if you're at a job and you're getting this criticism or this negative feedback from a boss or a coworker, thank God because I can advance. Lord, humble me here, and when it is time, I will be lifted up.
And remember, like what they say is, what they use for bad, God can turn around and use it for your good.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
No, and all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. I rely on him, and I acknowledge him. Whatever they saying don't mean nothing. I know they don't have my final destination in their hands.
Right.
It's in God's hands.
Besides, you don't want to live your life based off other people's opinions anyway.
Yeah, that is it, you guys. We hope you like it. Remember to click that like button and subscribe.
Hit that little bell down below.
Yes.
Become part of our notification squad, so you guys will know when our next videos come up.
And thank you for all your support and likes. We appreciate it. And we want to keep bringing you guys great content. So if you have something you want us to talk about or discuss, please send it to us, and we will try our best to incorporate it.
And where can they send that, Ms. Jerica?
Instagram or comment below.
So if you guys have any take on how you guys handle your negative,
Yes.
We would love to.
We love to hear.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Put down in the comments
Because you might can help us.
All right.
Bye.